Hey guys, it is Jen here again, and I'm here to talk to you about pies. And it's not the traditional pies that you're probably thinking about, especially with Thanksgiving coming up this time of year in the United States. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, cherry pie, all those things that we love. This is actually talking about us as human beings and how pies are related to us as human beings, which I will explain. It's just an acronym for some things that are kind of components of who we are. So it's what makes up who we are. Pies, I'll explain that. But the first thing I want to talk about is that most of us are just so busy getting through life, surviving life, trying to manage our life, trying to maintain our life and the things that we're doing in life, and we get so caught up with life that we forget about the most important thing, which is our life. And you may be really confused by that statement because you're like, well, what is the difference, right? But there's a difference between our life and then our life situation. So Hal Elrod actually talks about this in the Miracle Morning book. If you've never read that book, you should definitely grab a copy of that. It's one of my favorite personal development, personal growth books. And what he talks about is the difference between life and life situation. We need to focus on life as opposed to our life situation. And the difference of that is life situation is all those external factors, okay? It's the events, it's the people around us, our environment, all these different things that are external. And then on the other end of it, we have our life, which is us. It's who we are. It's those internal factors such as pies, okay? And pies stands for the physical, intellectual, the emotional, and the spiritual. And that is what makes up who we are as human beings, the internal factors or components of life, okay? So that's what we need to shift our focus on to really make any change in any area of our life. And I think if we take away the focus of all the external factors and truly make that shift and focus on our mindset, create some routines for us to focus on ourselves instead of our lives, then we will see a shift in any area that we want to improve on, okay? So some of those physical components would be things like your body, your health, your energy level, all those kinds of things, okay? That's what that physical component stands for. The next one is our intellect. So that's going to be like our mind, our intelligence, any thoughts that we're having going on upstairs. The emotional is going to be things like feelings, emotions, our attitudes toward things, how we respond to different situations, how we deal with stress and cope, all those different things. And then we also have spiritual, which is going to be like our soul and that unseen kind of universe or uncontrolled factors in our life that we do believe in or would like to strengthen and believe in. All right. So one of the exercises I'm going to get you guys to do is actually do like a level 10 life. So I have this document on my computer here that just to remind me there's 10 different areas of our lives that I would love for you guys to do. So what I want you to do is grab a piece of paper, pen, if you have a notebook or agenda and you have a blank page, graph paper, whatever you want to use, you can do this. And you're going to want to make sure it's 10 by 10, a little graph, okay? And then these are the things that I want you to write down as different areas of your life. And I want you to rate your life, okay? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, so you can do little blocks and you can shade 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks out of 10 and just make it into like a graph kind of a paper. And then I think this is really going to provide you with a visual tool that you can look at and then evaluate your life in all these different areas and see where you're really strong in, and then see other areas of your life that maybe you're not doing as well as you had hoped, or areas that you would like to improve on in your life and different things like that. And then by creating these powerful mornings and focusing on ourselves and our lives instead of our life situation, I really think that we can change these areas if they need improvement, okay? So this is not saying that your life is not great, it is not the best version of your life that it can be. If it is, I'm very happy for you and you're doing a great job with that. But it's more to make you a little bit more aware of your life and what areas you can improve on, okay? So here is the list of the different areas that I want you to focus on and rate on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, do this after the video, take a bit of time to reflect on it, and then later on this week, we're also going to talk about some tools and ways to improve on that. So the first one is going to be family and friends. So write that down and then make sure you have 10 spaces along that you can shade in. So if you rate your family and friends, your relationship, how often are you connecting with people, your family and friends? Do you feel like you've lost touch with a lot of friends and you're just so busy and you're not making time to shut off and go for a coffee or go for a dinner or do these different things or reconnect with old friends and family? Then you're probably going to rate that on a scale a little lower out of 10, right? Maybe it's a 3 or 4 out of 10 for family and friends. The next category is personal growth and development. So if you're a part of this week right now in Mindset Week, if you're watching this on YouTube, then you want to message me. My contact information is down below so that you can reach out to me and see if I'm running another Mindset Week. But if you're in the Facebook group watching this right now, then you are already working towards personal growth and development, okay? You're making a conscious effort to be here to improve an area of your life, and the Mindset Focus is a great place to start because it controls all of our decisions, everything that we do in our lives. So rate your personal growth and development on a scale of 1 to 10 as well. The next one is spirituality. Do you feel like you wish that you were more spiritual? Do you wish your faith was stronger or whatever? Look at that, okay? Finances, where are you to financially? Are you making the income you feel you deserve? Are you capped out on an income where there is no room for potential growth? If you're working extra hours and working harder, are you getting compensated for that? Are you happy with that? Do you wish you had more money? Do you wish you had less debt? Look at that area, okay? And rate that on a scale of 1 to 10 as well. The next one is career and business. All right, are you happy with your career choice? Are you happy with your business and what it represents? If that is your area or what you're doing for a job, for a living. The next one is significant other, romance. How's your relationship with your partner or spouse? Are you single but seeking? Are you happy to be single and you do not want to get in a relationship? Because that doesn't mean that that's a low rating. If you're single, it doesn't mean you automatically get a 0. If you are happy being single and you're really focusing on self-awareness and self-development, then give that a high rating. But if you are seeking more, then obviously that would be a little bit low. And how is that communication within your relationship? How is the communication with your marriage? Do you guys understand each other? Do you talk about things? Do you collaborate together and help each other out? So rate that as well. The next one is fun and recreation. If you're not having fun or you don't have something to take your mind off your work, and sometimes that can be challenging, especially for me. My job is really fun. I love what I do. So sometimes I need to remind myself to do something other than work. That's fun, right? To get away and kind of unplug and just kind of let your mind go. So rate that as well. The ninth category, the eighth one is going to be contribution and giving. So do you volunteer? Do you give back into your community, sponsoring people, mentoring people, donating money or donating to the food bank, or any ways that you could possibly give back, clothing, whatever? How do you feel about your contribution in any way to your community, to your friends, to your family, to those around you? Health and fitness is our second last one. So how do you rate your health and fitness? Are you feeling like you are at your optimal health? Do you feel mentally and physically that you are in the best shape, right? And when I say that, I don't mean physical shape or a number on the scale. I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel? Have you been to the doctor? Have they said that you need to work on this, you need to work on that? Do you feel like you could go up a few flights of stairs and not be winded or out of breath, right? So look at those different areas and make sure you're getting the nutrition that you need. And if you feel like there's some improvement there, then maybe that's something you'd like to work on towards, which again, if you're here with me, then we are going to be working towards that. And then the final category, the 10th category, is going to be your physical environment. That could be your home, your office. Are you happy with where you are, where you're living, or do you need a bigger house? Do you wish you could downsize? Do you wish you were living somewhere else? Is your office space, cluttered? Is it, good for the environment that you need to work in, a creative environment, different things like that. So those are the areas I want you to focus on. Again, we were talking about PI today, your physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual components that make us up as who we are as a person. And I feel like if we shift our energy towards those components, those internal components of our actual life, as opposed to focusing on the external and all those things that contribute to our life externally, the surroundings that are around us, then we will definitely make some improvements towards a better self and a better life for ourselves. So please share this with anybody that you think would find this valuable. This is a private group, so if they're not in the group and you share it, they may not be able to watch it. So in that case, make sure you add them to it. But if this is being watched on YouTube, then please, by all means, go ahead and share this or let somebody know to come and watch this if you think it could help them really focus and put that shift on, especially getting into the new year coming up soon. It's a great time to reflect and then create some kind of plan to change our lives. So thank you for watching so much, guys. Bye.